As the world opens up more every day, you may find yourself wondering how you can get more from your life. If that's you, then this video has a few ideas for you. Now I know the world has been a little bit crazy recently. Certainly as we come out of the pandemic and there's the wars popping up and gas, energy, electricity prices, they all seem just to be going up and up. And that's left a lot of us with a lot of time to sit at home and think, what's really important to me? How can I live a more fulfilling life? Well, what I want to look at is a few things, and I want to start off with understanding your values and what's important to you. Now I know it's easy to say understand your values as if we've all got them on the tip of our tongue and we can just unbutton our shirt and they'll be written in big red letters across our chest. But I appreciate it's not that easy, and certainly I've needed to try and understand what my values are, and a few ways I've done this is by some self-reflection at the end of the day. Of course you can look at journaling or just making a list of what you think is important to you, and then of course if you feel brave enough and if you're up for it, you can talk to your friends and family to get some ideas from them about what they think is important and what they think motivates you. Now they won't be correct on everything, but it might give you some foundations to start. But another really effective way is to take a values test, and you can find a load of these online. I'll link to the one that I'm showing now in the description below. And what this does is it asks you from about 30 to 50 images what's important to you, and then it will compare one against the other, and at the end of it it gives you a report and it tells you, what are your top 5 priorities, what are your values. And of course it's an online test, so take it with a grain of salt, but go through them, see if it gives you any ideas, see if there's anything you can build on, and see if it is a good way to start directing your life. Secondly, we want to look at brainstorming. It's just about getting any thoughts as they come into your mind onto a piece of paper. Do you want wealth? Do you want finance? Do you want success? And then you'll get an idea of what pathway you're going through. Is health more important to you? Is it family and friends? Is it relationships? And the ones that you keep getting stuck on, possibly put a couple of circles around there instead of just the one, and they will give you an idea as it builds up the importance of your different values. Thirdly, and one thing the majority of people like doing, is talking about themselves. So if there's someone that you find particularly inspiring, see if you can get some time with them and talk to them about what they did to get to the position they're in, find out what motivates them, what steps they took, how they achieved it, how it makes them feel now, what do they still want to achieve, and see if there's any of the thoughts or ideas that they come up with that you can latch onto, that you think, yeah, I can follow this path, but I might do this differently. And it's fine to do things differently because we're all individual people, and what success to them may not be success to you, but you do know that they're probably closer to where you want to get than you are now, so it's a great place to start. Fourthly, try new things, experiment with different hobbies, activities, engage with different people, find ways that you can, broaden your horizons, for want of a better word. If you've always wanted to go trampolining, go trampolining. If you want to go for a 40-mile hike, there are walking groups out there. Whatever you can think of, stick it into Google, have a look on the internet. It will show you things that are close to you. And while you might need to travel 20 miles to go axe throwing in Derbyshire or something like that, then that's a really good idea, because if it's something you want to do, you may find out you love it. It may turn out that opening somewhere closer to home for you to throw axes is going to be what brings you fulfillment in life. You may become the axe throwing king of your area, who knows. Now the fifth one, it can be a bit scary. It's simply, don't be afraid to seek feedback. Don't be afraid to speak to people and ask for their perception, their ideas, their understanding of, the path you're on and where you're going. And now everything that comes back, it might not be the most comfortable thing. People, we don't like to be told that we're not doing the right thing. But actually, if they can give you constructive criticism, if they're not going to hold things against you or think you're daft or stupid for asking, then try that. If you've got the opportunity in your day-to-day job at the moment, look at whether you can get yourself a coach or a mentor, and you can put some of these questions across. Yes, mostly it will be in a work format, but certainly work overlaps into life, and some of the changes we want to be, and being more assertive at work, we probably want to be more assertive out of work as well. and you can have these opportunities, these conversations with coaches and with other people. You never know, they may have insights that you've not considered yet. I'm so pleased that you've stopped by to watch my video. If you're finding this helpful or you're enjoying this, then please do give me a like, and also I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel. It really helps support me in making more content, and hopefully even better content in the future for you all. Sixth, and most importantly, be open to change. The secret to living a fulfilled life is knowing that every day is going to be different, and what fulfills you for the next 3 or 4 months may not be what fulfills you longer term. So you've got to keep opening yourself up to opportunities and to understanding what your values are as they change as you get older. So remember, it's not a one-time event. Be curious, be inquisitive, try different things, keep your eyes open and your mind free, and hopefully you'll get a long way to living a life that really fulfills you. But just saying be open to change it's such a broad term, isn't it? But how can we be open to change? Well, try some different techniques such as reframing. So when something happens, have a look at it and try not to look at it just from your point of view. Try to move yourself to the side, try to understand how it may affect other people and how other people may be thinking, because that will give you a broader concept of everything that's going on, and some of the unforeseen consequences of yours and others' actions. Try some positive visualization as well. So try imagining yourself getting through the changes and getting through them successfully. So that will build your confidence, and it will give you more opportunity to go ahead and attack the work that you've got to do, and visualize where you want to be at the end of this journey, at the end of this small project, and how that will contribute to where you're going to get to in the long run. So that can build, it's one of the foundation stones to your fulfilling life. And a real key one for being open to change is to make sure that you're happy to embrace failure. Not everything we do is going to be successful, and certainly I've made plenty of mistakes in the past. I've completely screwed up interviews that really I should have been successful at. But what that's done is it's been an opportunity for me to look back and think about what questions went well, and then what questions didn't go so well. And what can I take from the ones that went well, and what can I bring to the ones that went badly? Certainly not the answer, but maybe the way I framed the answers that were great. And it gives me these opportunities to grow. And also what I've learned is maybe being unsuccessful in one area is only going to lead to opportunities and doors that open in other areas. So while failure can feel like the end of the world at times, actually it's a really positive opportunity to learn and to grow. So we've spoken about learning from your values and your interests and how they can be the foundations for building your fulfilled life. We've talked about brainstorming and some of the ideas and the thoughts that can come from that, and we've talked about seeking inspiration from other people and taking some of the lessons and the stories that they can take and learning from those. We've also looked at trying new activities and experiencing different things, as that will open new doors and create opportunities for you. And we've talked about the really scary one, which is to kind of seek feedback from people and understand what their point of view is and where they think you're going well or going wrong. And finally, we talked about being open to change and some of the techniques that you can use to really embrace change, such as reframing and just positive visualization. So thanks for watching, and I hope this has been helpful and you can take some of the steps and enact them, and it will help set you on a path to a more fulfilled and fulfilling life. If you want to have a look at some small habits that you can change almost instantly, then please check out the video linked on the left hand side, and that will show you some of the small changes and the small habits that I've adopted to try and live a more fulfilling life. Now all that leaves me to say is to have a fantastic and productive day, everyone. Thanks for watching.